A large measure of doubt in all my recipes. You need large ladles of that, for it to feel normal to me.
Mark Knopfler is a British songwriter, film score composer, guitarist, and record producer. Mark Knopfler is most widely recognized as the lead vocalist, guitarist, and writer for the band Dire Straits. Dire Straits disbanded in 1995. Additionally, he served as a guest session artist for multiple musicians and provided the scores for such films as The Princess Bride, Wag the Dog, and Last Exit to Brooklyn. A four-time Grammy Award winner, Knopfler is the recipient of the Edison Award, the Steiger Award, and the Ivor Novello Award, as well as holding 3 honorary doctorate degrees in music from universities in the United Kingdom. Knopfler was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of Dire Straits in 2018.
The film was long, and the picture was, I can't remember how long it was. The first one that I saw it went on for half the afternoon.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is Mark Freuder Knopfler, but is also known as the Quiet Man of Rock. He was born August 12, 1949 in Glasgow, Scotland, making him age 72 at the time of this production. He stands at 1.83 meters or 6 feet tall. Knopfler is a fan of his local football club, Newcastle United FC. Going Home, theme of the local hero, is used by Newcastle United as an anthem at home games. Mark loves motorcycles and auto racing. Knopfler was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of Dire Straits in 2018. Knopfler is left-handed but plays the guitar right-handed. In its review of Dire Straits' Brothers in Arms in 1985, Spin commented, "Mark Knopfler may be the most lyrical of all rock guitarists." According to Classic Rock in 2018, the bare-boned economy of Knopfler's songs and his dizzying guitar fills were a breath of clean air amid the lumbering rock dinosaurs and one-dimensional punk thrashers of the late 70s. He was peerless as a craftsman and virtuoso, able to plug into rock's classic lineage and bend it to sometimes wild forms. He wrote terrific songs too, taught many dramas of dark depths and dazzling melodic and lyrical flourishes. His unique finger-picking style started to develop on a night when he spent with his friends and found a pretty bad quality acoustic guitar with thin strings and a badly curved neck. The only way to make enough sound loud was to use his fingers. Mark played 130-plus guitars in his life, but he's not a collector. Each and every guitar he owns, about 50, have their role, and he used to play them in various songs. His signature clean Strat sound first appeared on the album Dire Straits in 1978. He played on a 1961 Fender Strat and had very few effects. There are 3 signature guitar models dedicated to Mark Knopfler: a Fender Stratocaster Mark Knopfler Signature, a Martin 00040S Mark Knopfler, and a Martin HD40 MK. His name also inspired a scientific name of a dinosaur. The scientist was listening to Dire Straits when he found the fossils, so he called it Masiacosaurus knopfleri. He's one of the few rock guitarists to use a resonator guitar, a distinctive sounding instrument that predates electric guitars. The instrument was prominently used in Dire Straits' 1980 hit Romeo and Juliet. Knopfler's 1937 National Style Zero resonator is displayed on the cover of their 1985 album Brothers in Arms. Knopfler has been married 3 times. His first marriage was to Kathy White, his longtime girlfriend from his school days. In November 1983, he married his second wife, Lourdes Salomon, and they had twin sons, Benji and Joseph, born in 1987. On Valentine's Day 1997, Knopfler married his third wife, British actress and writer Kitty Aldridge. They have 2 daughters.
And one of the things that I didn't want to do was get a set of bagpipes and make it tartan music, necessarily.
He was born to an English mother, Louisa Mary, and a Hungarian Jewish father, Erwin Knopfler. His mother was a teacher, and his father was an architect who left Hungary in 1939 to flee the Nazis. The Knopfler family lived in the Glasgow area until they moved to his mother's hometown of Blyth in northeast England when Mark was 7 years old, where he began attending Gosforth Grammar School. Mark became inspired by different styles of music at an early age. Mark lusted after a pricey Fiesta Red Fender Stratocaster electric guitar, but had to settle for a $50 Hofner Super Solid in his young years. He took a job when he was 13 at the Newcastle Evening Chronicle newspaper, where he earned 6 shillings and sixpence in 1963. During the 60s, Mark formed and joined several bands while gaining inspiration from singers like Elvis Presley and guitarists like Chet Atkins, Hank Marvin, B.B. King, and many more. At 16, he made a local TV appearance as part of a harmony duo with his classmate Sue Hercombe. He studied journalism for a year at Harlow College, and then he was hired as a junior reporter in Leeds for the Yorkshire Evening Post. He made friends with the local furniture restorer, who also happened to be a country blues enthusiast and part-time performer Steve Phillips. The two subsequently formed a duo called the Duolian String Pickers, which performed in local folk and acoustic blues venues across Leeds. 2 years later, Mark went back to school and graduated with a degree in English from the University of Leeds. In April 1970, Knopfler recorded a demo disc of an original song he'd written called "Summer's Comin' My Way." Knopfler moved to London in 1973 and joined a band called Brewer's Droop. Knopfler is best known for the rock band Dire Straits, which he co-founded with his brother David Knopfler in 1977. Their first album, Dire Straits, was released with little fanfare in the UK. Dire Straits' biggest studio album was their fifth, Brothers in Arms, in May 1985. It became an international blockbuster that sold over 30 million copies worldwide and became the fourth best-selling album in UK chart history. Knopfler's first solo album, Golden Heart, was released in March 1996. Since then, he's released multiple solo albums and gone on various tours.
A mental thing to it. And he's a phenomenal musician. Mike Brecker was as great as it's possible to be on that instrument.
He and Dire Straits had sold more than 120 million records. Since Dire Straits disbanded in 1995, he's had considerable success as a solo artist. In 2010, he performed 80 concerts in North America, the UK, and Europe. Straight Jacket Songs, his company, had net assets of £7.8 million in 2009-2010. His estimated earnings from record sales from the album Tracker was $45,000 in 2015. In 2002, he earned $150,000 from an album titled The Rag Picker's Dream. And from the album Sailing to Philadelphia, he earned $750,000 in 2000. He has a net worth of $105 million. He had a house in Glasgow. The singer lives a secluded life in London with his third wife and their 2 daughters. The exact location of his house is unknown. However, some reports suggest that his house features 3 bedrooms, a swimming pool, and 4 bathrooms. He likely owns the following vehicles: a 1956 Maserati 300S, a Bentley Continental S1, a Range Rover Vogue, an Austin Healey 100S.